8:50?
8:54.
8:54, we'll call the Town Board meeting for December 1st, 2025 to order. First item on the agenda is the approval. Patrick, changes, deletions?
Nothing from staff, Mr. Chair.
No, deletions? All right, does the board have anything to add?
No.
No.
Move
right.
to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, item 3, approval of payment of bills. You sign off, Steve?
I signed off. Move to approve payment of the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item 4 is the approval of the November 17th, 2025 meeting minutes. Anybody got any changes?
I didn't.
I saw none. Move to approve the minutes of the prior meeting.
A second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right, item 5 is a consent agenda item. We have 9 of them. Steve, you're the resident insurance guy. Do all those certificates look good?
They did. As long as, and Pat has assured me that there is a process in place to get the mid-year updates because they all expire at various times during 2026. And to keep them current, we need the current ones, and assured me they have a
We're
plan.
good.
So I have no issues.
I would like to pull the consent agenda item 5G, designation of polling places.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, I would look for a motion to approve the remaining.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right, this brings up, we've had some conflict of having our polling place at Otter Lake School.
Correct.
Now, obviously, residents are looking to try to do a budget meeting at Otter Lake School, so we need to get a couple of things resolved. It's very difficult to find public places in the township to hold these things.
It is. So the one difference between holding the budget meeting and the polling place question is that the election's throughout the day while the kiddos are in the school. Our budget meeting will be in the evening where by and large everybody is going to be gone. Now, what I would suggest, considering that we are still working with Ramsey County and establishing Tamarack as our polling place for the next election cycle, I would suggest that the board adopt to be decided, and we can do that per statute, Chad.
Correct, yes, I can.
The only thing that we have to do is that we can't make changes to the polling place, its location, inside of 90 days to the election.
That's right.
Is the Whitebear Arts Center, is that a possibility?
I believe that was on Riley's checklist, and they said no, but let me confirm for sure.
Yeah, because they're a bigger venue, they got more parking, because a lot of times you end up we were all standing in the rain, I think, at one point.
Is that in the boundaries of the precinct, though?
Yeah, it's right next door to the theater.
Yeah,
No, but is that in the boundaries of the precinct, though?
yeah, we'll check to make sure.
See, it's gotta be within the boundaries of the precinct.
Which is pretty much the north part of the township.
Yeah.
So let me
And the
check
church
on that.
absolutely.
Actually, it's,
Have we
that
been
and one
notified
big-
by the school district that they are in session that day?
What's that?
Is the school actually in session on election day?
Yeah. They
And
were on
we're-
this
They
last week.
verified that?
Mhm.
Okay, because in past, I've been an election judge, so most of the time the school is not in session. That's why I said it's a conflict date.
We had a variety of residents contact the township as well as the school district with concern, stating that they understand that it was too late to change anything for this year while their kids were in school. But they are trying to get word to the township to reconsider its position for the next election, as the kids will be in school.
Well, I vote check it out, but
Okay, I would just leave it to be decided.
Okay.
We'll come with some
We
options.
just
for
don't
you.
have a lot of options.
We really don't. We,
Didn't Ramsey County determine these spots for us?
no,
Well, they designate they do our polling, or
Yeah.
our voting.
yeah, we
No.
established
The
it.
township accepts them and reports that to Ramsey
Okay.
County. Or nominates them, I should
Yeah.
say.
so what we published in the paper this last week, we published the polling places
Mhm.
already, so we just retracted.
We're just gonna to be decided.
Okay.
Yes. Till we get it worked out.
All right, so we need to amend that statement. Pull it up here.
That will be reflective in your minutes.
So we're just gonna pull G.
So how do you want that to read? Just,
Table it, right?
Table it.
Yes.
okay.
So Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to table item 5G in the consent agenda, designation of polling locations.
Second.
All right, motion made, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, moving on. We have item 8A, our Public Works Director is retiring, so we need to accept his retirement correspondence.
Say
Do we
no.
really, do we have to accept it?
I think you don't have to, but he's gonna leave anyway.
Actually, there's
Do you have anything to
case law
say
that
about
says
this?
You don't have any choice.
Mr. Public Works Director, do you have anything to say whether we should accept it or reject it?
I would ask you to accept it.
Fantastic, I agree with you. I'll move if,
Well, except for, first, I'd like to say, we'd like to say thank you, Dale. It's, I don't know, you've been here longer than most of us, so. And it's gonna be a transition. We're just going through the process of finding a replacement, which is a tough feat to do, so. But we wish you well no matter what you pursue, but I'm putting you on speed dial.
He is on us too.
I echo that. Appreciate
We've
you.
worked it out that Dale will be advising us for the time being after he retires.
So he can help break in our
Yep.
intermediate or
You
intern.
got it.
So I'll make a motion with reluctance to accept the retirement correspondence from Dale Reed, Public Work Director, noting his last day as January 30th, 2026.
I'll second.
Motion's made and seconded. Let's not vote on it.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, Dale.
Good luck, Dale. All right, item 8B, this is a proposal for the local SAC and sanitary sewer trunk line maintenance fees. Who's gonna handle that?
Who wants to take that one? You wanna take that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your last official duty, or?
No, still working, but, so we've got two pending JPAs, one with the city of North Oaks, Whitetown, the two-party. Then we have the three-party with Lino Lakes, Lino Lakes,
There you go.
and North Oaks and ourselves. And in that anticipation of those agreements moving forward, I've talked with Chad about incorporating fees in with that. In particularly, we need to recover some of our costs for maintenance and rehabilitation, all of the things to do with our sanitary sewer trunk line on Centerville Road. Currently, the city of North Oaks is billing water and sewer to their residents, so we're not recovering cost for that maintenance of that trunk sanitary sewer line. And then with this proposed agreement also with Lino Lakes and North Oaks, we would want that to recover those costs from Lino Lakes for that use of that capacity in the Centerville trunk line. So I have estimated a quarterly fee of $2.10 for each residential equivalent unit, REU, both in North Oaks. I know I'm jumping here, but for the city of North Oaks, Township, and also for the city of North Oaks, Lino Lakes, and the Township in the JPA. So what I'm asking or recommending is that we incorporate those maintenance fees in both those JPAs. And in particular, I have another fee that we need to consider charging with the city of Lino Lakes for a sewer access charge, a local sewer access charge, which we charge our residents who connect to our sewer system, so that Lino Lakes, when they develop that property just north of North Oaks, west of Centerville Road, that we can recover the sewer access charges. We pass those on to their residents just like we would our own residents, and incorporate that into that three-party JPA. So what I'm looking for the board is to approve the $2.10 a quarter residential equivalent for unit for maintenance, and then also specific to Lino Lakes, adding the sewer access charge of $600 per residential equivalent unit in that agreement. Any questions? Did I confuse everybody?
No, I get it.
Nope, we're good.
No, but this would basically be wording that we would put into our JPA that we're currently working on.
Correct. And the board has to authorize the charges before we can include those in a JPA.
Thank you, Chad.
Actually, it has to set the charges before we can include the JPA.
So do we have to do them separately or together?
I think what Dale is suggesting is that
Two
you
separate-
charge, excuse me?
I said because they're two separate JP.
I know, but, I understand, but I think what Dale's suggesting is you establish the fees per house, which can then be incorporated in both JPAs. So you don't have to do it for each JPA, you just do it, set a flat fee that'll apply to any JPA dealing with sanitary sewer access. Is that what you're trying to do, Dale?
Well, so we got the maintenance fee, the trunk
Right.
line maintenance fee, which is for both proposed JPAs that are outstanding at
Right.
this point. And then specifically to the Lionel Lakes, North
The
Oaks.
SAC,
and-
yes.
The SAC, the
Right.
$600 residential equipment unit.
But the
So-
SAC could also apply to anyone else who the town extends sanitary sewer to if it wishes to do so.
Technically, yes, outside our jurisdiction.
Right.
So, for example, there is still a developmental unit within North Oaks that we've said we'd do water for once upon a time. It hasn't been developed yet. So that $600 now would apply.
I don't, that case, because that's in the city of North Oaks, I don't think we can charge it, because their building officials already charge, or the city's already charging the residents.
We're just providing water to that
Yes,
future red.
because they've already purchased capacity. I'm sorry, I could probably clarify that. North Oaks Company purchased capacity in that Centerville line years ago. I'm assuming now they can charge their own local SAC, but they bought the capacity in
Right.
that line. So
Chad,
we're there.
Chad, does this mean we'd have to amend our, ordinance for fees and fines?
Yeah.
Yes, we would.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a public hearing for that also?
No,
No.
we can adopt that in the January organization meeting.
Right.
Yep.
So would this mean we could just do that here, or do we have to
Okay.
send it to, utilities or any other commission?
I don't know if it has to go to utilities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna come to the board for being said anyway.
Okay.
You know, I think it's definitely worth just letting them know what's going on at their next meeting.
Yeah. I mean, the real reason for doing this is because we're in the process of negotiating those two JPAs. And this is one of the big issues in the JPA, so we have to have, we just can't tell Lionel Lakes and North Oaks, well, we don't know,
Yeah.
you know.
And as the board knows, we've been hacking through this for.
Right. And the staff can't set the fees because they don't have, only the board has that authority. So, I mean, to cut to the chase, what Dale's asking and what I'm recommending is that you do adopt a resolution saying these are the fees we're gonna adopt in the future. So we can incorporate those in a JPA.
But we don't have the resolution before us, correct?
No,
No,
not
this was
So-
here just to present to the.
So go back to my question, though, there's really two parts to this. There's the $2.10 per quarter piece.
Right.
And then there's the separate piece for the JPA with Lionel Lakes. So do you need to
Well,
do it all together?
No,
No?
there are two fees here, correct?
Yes.
One is the maintenance fee. The second is the sewer access charge, which could apply not only to Lionel Lakes, but anyone else who requests access to the town's trunk sanitary sewer line.
Which would most likely be North Oaks, but they were.
Yeah, I was gonna say to include then any,
Carving out that portion of the property, carving out that capacity which has already been purchased by North Oaks.
but ultimately, just let's clear in my head, ultimately with the JPA between Lionel Lakes and us down the road, that would cover that piece.
That's
But you want it
exactly
broad
right.
enough that it could cover any new connections.
I think that's what we
Yes.
should do, yeah.
You set the rate now, and that way would apply to future expansion developments within
Yep.
Lionel Lakes.
And that's
Right,
what I was
yes.
trying to get at.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry
probably
was-
could answer that question
sorry
with
for
a
It's been a
lot
long
quicker.
night.
I'm sorry if it was a little obtuse there, but yeah, that's exactly what we're driving at.
Maybe it was me.
No, I think it was both of us.
No, it's Chad.
Yeah,
Okay, I blame
that's
Chad.
right.
Oh,
Blame the
okay.
help.
All right, so then I'm back to, we still need to amend our fee and.
We do.
You will
Okay.
have to, but then January you'll do that.
That's our organizational January
we can
meeting
do it
when we
then.
Yes.
list out all that
But
stuff.
at this point, staff's looking for direction as to what the board would wanna do what the board would do in the future on this.
Okay, so there's no action needs to be taken, or you want us to take it without the
Well, we
resolution?
Well, instead of resolution, just make a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adopt the local SAC and sanitary sewer trunk line maintenance fee that was presented tonight by Dale Reed for $2.10 per quarter for each resident for the sewer trunk line maintenance, and then considering a $600 per residential unit equivalent for sewer access charges going forward.
I'll second.
All right, motion made, second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, that motion carries. All right, we have no other added agenda items. We have open time. We've had a lot of open time tonight. Name and address up at the mic, just for the record.
Corey Huberty, 5464 Baldigo Boulevard East. I just wanted to ask the stuff we've seen on the H2 trail, what's going on with that?
Actually, Larry, you'd probably be able to answer that.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair and Town Board. We held a open house, a couple 3 weeks ago now, to take public comment about the trail and kind of looking for feedback on which side people would prefer the trail be located on. And so we've received that comment, and we are now in the process of designing the trail system along H2.
Was there a question to the residents of we don't want it? Was that a
We
question
were taking any
proposed?
feedback.
Okay, was that a question that you could mark?
We were taking
Okay.
any feedback whatsoever on the trail.
So you're saying you're designing it, so is it a done deal?
It's not a done deal until the town board
Approves it.
Approves it.
Sure.
And until we have a feasibility
Yeah.
study, there's way too many questions that are
I
unanswered.
was gonna say, the
Right.
board has not seen it yet, other than in its proposed
Right.
state. There's been
Is
no-
there a payment for, does the township pay a cost for the study and stuff to be done?
Well, yeah, we have to pay for feasibility studies. Now, this was a grant project,
Grant
correct?
project.
This was a project that received funding, 50% funding from Ramsey County,
And the other 50% comes from where?
from the town board Parks fund.
Acquisition.
Parks acquisition.
I asked that very question. It's a dedicated enterprise fund specific for specific uses. So
Mhm.
it's not in the general fund, it's there to only be used for that purpose.
Part of the CIP.
Hmm?
It's
Yeah.
part of the CIP.
Yeah, the park, just let you know, the
I'll
park
have to
fund
look
is.
at that CIP.
If you're
but yeah.
familiar with development, every time there's a development proposed, there has to be a park fee paid, impact
Mhm.
fee.
Yep.
And that's funds the source, that funds the township source,
Right.
funding source in this matter. So it's
Wha-
not general, it's not general
Right.
taxes.
What other things could that fund go to besides the trail?
It can only go towards development of new parks. It can't be used to maintain existing parks.
Okay. So a
Because it's an
trail
impact
is
Parks
a park.
or trails.
Or trails, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any recreational.
Yep.
I'm
And-
sorry, could have been a little
Yep.
clearer.
And
Isn't
does the
there another-
trail go into people's current properties? Do they lose yard? How wide is it?
There'd be an 8-foot trail that we're looking at,
8 foot wide.
8 foot wide, and it's would be within the right of way of H2. And so it would consume part of the yard,
Mhm.
but that's the yard in the right of way,
Right.
not past the property line.
Right. And who does the project? What company or who heads the
When-
project?
When the once a project is designed and it's bid out, then it's bid to contractors that do this type of work, and the lowest responsible bidder would be awarded for the work.
Was there like a need where people saying we really want this trail at one point? Is that how it came to fruition?
This
or
trail
did
has
it get put
been
out
in-
there to say, what do you guys think about this?
This trail's been in the comprehensive plan for many years, the township's comprehensive plan.
I'm well aware of the Park Township comprehensive plan.
Yep.
Yes, but did someone look for this? Were they wanting that, or was it put in there? I'm asking because we just had a whole meeting on budget and spending and all those things, right? And part of it's stuff for parks and things like that. So I'm wondering, was there a want? Were people saying we want this put in, like to come to head now?
Yeah, we have residents all the time concerned about pedestrian traffic, or we just did it, we're doing a trail right now going north on Otter Lake to connect to, what's the crossroad, so we get back down to Otter Lake School. It's just, it's another
Oh, Otter Lake.
public safety. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a whole, yeah, the one along Otter Lake Road north of H2. It's from, well,
I
it's-
can't think of the
I can't think of the roads either, Meadowland, it's something, that's not, that's currently not on the works, it was turned down for county funding, I believe,
No, that was also approved for
Oh,
funding
yeah.
in 2027.
2027.
Well, we do constantly
So
have
to
people
answer
asking
your
us that.
question shortly, has there been a clamoring for it? No, was it in the comprehensive plan? That's where it was pegged.
Yep.
Doesn't mean it was gonna get approved or spent, because this
Right.
plan was looked at several years ago, and it didn't have the matching funds that it may have today, and so the township, I believe, was in the neighborhood of a $700,000 expenditure for that, and we said it was too much. So I don't know where we are today, cause I haven't seen anything.
Right.
But
Isn't
And
there
for
gonna be
the,
another presentation too, Larry, in January?
Yes, we're taking the feedback we received from the public.
Can they
And-
make more feedback at the January meeting?
Yes, exactly. So we will have a concept to present to the public at that time, and to showcase that. And what we were hearing from the public wasn't, we don't want this. We heard probably more people that wanted it, and we're happy to have it go forward.
sure. Do you
Then-
look at where the people live who say that, like what that will go through their property? Or is it just the whole township?
Yeah, I'm just the people I spoke to. It was a mixture.
And when,
so-
when you hold the meetings, what time of day do you hold them?
This one was at 4:30, 4 o'clock.
That was it was an open house, so people could come arrive at a period of time. It was an evening meeting.
Okay. I just know some of them are during work time for things
Yeah.
like that, so.
I think it was
Just
like 4 to
questioning.
6, but
Okay. Got it. Okay. That was just my questions.
Right.
Thank you.
So I'm Bruce Kelly, I live on 5991 Otter Lake Road. I think some of you are familiar with me, but anyway, I'm curious on the expenditure the township's doing on the County Road J project that I've voiced to you that we've been against. Me and 50 of my neighbors never wanted the project, it's kind of a big waste of money. But also to deal with his H2 question.
This is
I
the
went to-
interchange, right, Bruce?
Hmm?
You're talking about the interchange project?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I live right on the corner
Yep.
of J and Otter Lake Road
Yep.
where they tore the woods down and they destroyed Otter Lake Road also coming off of it. I don't know who's gonna repair that, but it's a big mess. Anyway, has anybody got any answers or?
Well,
I was gonna say, that's all county and state stuff, so I mean, we're,
No, White Bear Township has to pay some funds towards this project.
well, that's because some of the township infrastructure, such as water and sewer, is located within the easements under the control of the county and and MinDOT. So
Okay.
we actually use those right-of-ways with permission of MinDOT and the county. So if they want to adjust how they use their own right-of-way, then we have to adjust our infrastructure accordingly. So it's
Okay.
not like we decide, guess what I'm saying is this, we have to match, we have to accommodate their proposed uses.
Okay.
So, for example, a lot of the expense, Dale can back me up on this, I think, or has helped fill in the blanks. A lot of the costs that the township incurred were relocating existing sewer and water, because that was there at the permission and license of MinDOT and the county. Now,
Okay.
actually, so they had the right to direct the town to move things,
So
What-
essentially, we're just the end guy on Crack the Whip?
basically.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not familiar with any water they moved. They moved it from underneath the freeway or what?
Dale's
If
got
you don't
one.
mind, yeah.
I can speak to that, so let's get to the notes.
I understand your question, yeah.
So they had to move the water main on the south side of J, west of 35W, to get it out from under the existing expansion of the roadway. So that was that part of the moving. There's another portion that'll be moved over by Bruce's address next year that's along the off-ramp that will be moved a little bit further to it'll be raised up more than moved, it would be raised up so it isn't, the buried depth isn't really deep underneath. is getting close to this traffic circle that we're installing.
So the bottom line is, it's not the township's moving it because it wants to, it's moving because it has to.
Yeah, and part of the expense, the biggest expense, and I'll remind the town board, they said it was for right-of-way acquisition, that the county, they did take the bigger brunt of it, but we did have a portion that we contributed to
Right.
the right-of-way cost. That
And
was
we
the
asked
biggest.
questions about that, by the way, why we're paying for it, and,
Why, you should ask why is that project being done?
well,
I mean, that's ridiculous. It's the T intersection.
I understand your, I know what you're driving at. The problem is, the township was not the driving force behind that realignment, it was MnDOT and the county,
I understand.
so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just move on to his point too. I did go to a meeting a couple of years ago on the H2 bike, and most people there didn't want the bike. And I live on Otter Lake Road, and like you've mentioned before, they want to put a bike path in front of my house too. Well, my neighbors all don't want that. They're gonna either take part of their front yard, or they're gonna go across the road and take part of the lakeside. And it'll end at, what, Jay? Are you gonna deal with another county? And
No, it ends at Meadowview Drive. for
Okay,
that.
but you're also talking about it going, oh, that's H2. But you connect with Otter Lake Road you wanna talk about.
No, the Otter Lake Road project would extend the trail up to Meadow Lake Drive.
From Hickory to Meadow Lake, yeah, it's Meadowland Drive or whatever it is.
And so that'll go through the process starting next year. So,
Well, I hope you have more input like he was asking for, but, because it seems like we don't have a lot of input on what happens in our own town. So, I understand where you're coming from, you're kinda stuck, but I'm looking at a whole forest that's gone across the street for me. I'm looking at tons more traffic because they had to divert everything in front of my house. And not to mention they've ruined the road, and now we got heavy trucks and semis going by constantly. We should really take control of our township a little better than that.
Well, I understand your point. I do understand what you're saying. But it's who controls the right-of-ways and that are being used. And the town does not control those right-of-ways. That's the problem. The right-of-ways are controlled by either MnDOT or the county.
Counties. I think there's multiple counties too, right?
Well, there's, Anoka County on the north side and Ramsey County on the south. And then MnDOT controls, obviously, the trunk highway right-of-way, which, that's relatively large. So, no, I know what you're saying, but, the town doesn't control that.
And this is kind of the trickle down, well, this is like just our budget meeting. We have unfunded mandates that trickle down from the feds to the state, to the county, to us. We're at the bottom of that totem pole.
Yeah,
So we're constantly battling at this all the time. But with that interchange, I didn't think there was gonna be any cost sharing. I thought go ahead, if you're gonna do the road, do the road, but leave us out of it. Well, now all of a sudden, I think we're into it for what, Dale, 120?
180, 170 with the
Yeah.
right-of-way.
So I don't know, now we gotta spend 170 grand for them
Those
to
are-
build the road.
That was your 8,000 cost savings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but
And I
see
voted
my-
for
see
the
my point.
original
See,
budget.
my point is, we don't, since the town doesn't control it, the town actually uses the right-of-way at their permission, and I'm just using the word permission kind of generally, okay? Because it's not quite the legal way I'd describe it, but, the town doesn't control it and has to get permission from the party that does control it, either the county or MnDOT, to put their utilities in that. Otherwise, the town would have to condemn its own right-of-way outside those existing right-of-ways.
Okay, so Otter Lake Road though, was not built for heavy trucks and semis. It's like a 2-lane small highway. So it's underrated for what they're using it for. So I would think your township should have some say in the quality of the road and what it's used for.
Again, it's a county road, just like
County
Centerville
road,
Road. We've been
Otter
battling
Lake.
that terrible road for
Yeah.
50 years. But it's a county road. We don't have input on it.
Does the county wanna turn any of the roads back?
I'm sure they do.
They'd love to.
Yeah, no. They'd have to bring it up to our standards, and that would cost them a ton of money.
Yeah.
Well,
All
make
right.
them skinnier and skinnier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, well, I
What-
appreciate your time, but
what,
unfortunately, I guess we're in the same boat.
yeah.
Good luck
what-
with the bike trail.
Thanks, Bruce.
See ya.
All right, anyone else? Last chance. Going once, going twice. All right, seeing
Thanks,
none.
folks.
I need a motion to receive agenda materials and supplements.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Need a motion to adjourn at 9:24.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This can all stay up. Don't worry about it.
Good.
Okay.